Namaste. What a beautiful day it is today. A day which our country is celebrating in so many different ways. Makar Sankranti, Pongal, Uttarayan, Lohri are just a few names for the celebrations in different parts of the country. Isn't it so unique that the same day is celebrated in so many different ways across the country? Another unique thing about this day is that while most Indian festivals fall on different days every consecutive year, these festivals today are always celebrated on the same day. That is because while most Indian festivals are observed as per the lunar calendar, these festivals today are all observed as per the solar calendar. And to understand why, in a country so tuned with the lunar calendar, we started celebrating this day, we would have to go back thousands of years in time. A time where the great scientists of that era studied accurately the patterns of the sun, moon, and the stars with just their eyes and mind as scientific equipment. These scientists, or what we call Rishis, discovered that every month a different group of stars aligns with the sun and earth. They call these group of stars as Rashis. These are what we call constellations today. The day the alignment with a new Rashi began was called Sankranti, coming from the words Sam, meaning coming together or alignment, and Kranti, meaning revolution, action, change, hence signifying the change in the alignment. While there are 12 Sankrantis in a year, one every month, only this particular Sankranti is celebrated. As the Makar Raashi or the Capricorn constellation aligns with the earth and the sun, it also signifies that winter will now be coming to an end. Now, the wisdom of these scientists or rishis was such that they just didn't study the external world for external answers, but they linked everything in the world with inner growth. Hence, all the traditions and celebrations they gave us were linked to those values that those celebrations would help us inculcate. Now, winters in those days were tough to survive. People depleted most of their resources. Some fought for it, and some lost their lives or loved ones too due to harsh conditions. At this time, the advent of this day was refreshing. It brought the beginning of the harvest season, hence replenishing resources. It signified a change in climate, hence easing the hardships. It brought rejuvenation in the lives of most people. But as mentioned, the importance of each celebration is not just in the history, but in the value that they promote. Every culture celebrates this day with a core value. And while the times have changed significantly, these values that the rishis of the ancient times promoted are so core that they are even relevant today for our inner growth. So, even if we don't understand or connect with the tradition as such, let's take this opportunity to inculcate these values in ourselves completely. Let's take an example of Maharashtra. People distribute Til-Gud and say, "God God bola," suggesting to speak in sweet words. But the deeper takeaway here is to let go of past friction with someone by keeping our ego aside and start afresh on a warm and sweet note. If you look at Gujarat, people fly kites. Flying a kite gives us such a great analogy. If we have aspirations and really wish to soar up high in the world, we have to be grounded. No kite can fly without being rooted to the string. It teaches us to look at our roots not as things that bind us, but things that enable us to soar the way we want to. And my favorite value comes from Pongal, celebrated in the south. Pongal is such a beautiful celebration of gratitude. The word Pongal literally means to boil over. During Pongal, people boil rice and milk till it actually boils or spills over. The overflowing is a significance of overflowing abundance in our lives. It tells us to be thankful for this abundance that we are getting in the form of the human life, nourishment, and love. Instead of complaining that we don't have enough, we should be grateful for what we have. This gratitude and contentment is key to our happiness. So today, let's celebrate by remembering these values that this day signifies for us. Maybe today, find someone who you have not had a great equation with and mend that. Or maybe look at your roots, your family, your elders, who have made it possible for us to be who we are, and thank them for being the manja of our lives. And the best thing that you could do, my favorite, is make a list of things, people, or circumstances you have taken for granted and spend a little time being grateful to God or the universe, which has made all those things possible for you. May this auspicious day bring loads of lasting warmth and happiness in your lives. Wishing you a very happy Makar Sankranti.